Here we're looking at EGO, and we did see a very nice move over the last couple days, and now we see a little bit of a pullback. This makes sense to me, and we've been talking about this kind of really that this was grinding down a little bit. I think this is really kind of holding the trend line. We're going to do a trend line here, and we're going to do any break, and I'll set an alarm for that. Here I took the liberty of drawing a trend line here on this, and what's nice with this program too is that a lot of times you could just really easily create nice alarms here. We could create an alarm and just say, okay, well, I want to trigger on a break and when it crosses the trend line, and we could say whatever it wants, TL break, and then you would get that alarm, and you can create a trade place when activated. Okay, that's the nice thing of some of these. You can say, okay, well, place the trade to buy on a break of that, and you would go say buy. You could have market orders, day orders, limit, and a trail. So in other words, you could say, okay, trail me by X amount on the initial trade. So there's some nice things that you could do with this program, Motive Wave, for execution and your trading. Here we could say, okay, well, we want as soon as we break that, we know we should be starting to accelerate. So you'd put your buy there, and if you wanted a certain limit, you would say, okay, limit, and then you could say, okay, what price? Not only just on trend break, but I want it at this. So if it place the trade if the alert is activated, but it will also be a limit. So you kind of two-way you can get this, and it says the gives me an alert saying that it has to be running or else it won't happen. And then you have to see when it crosses there, buy. And that's what you have here. So this is kind of nice. It can give you some of those features, but you've got to make sure that it's still running. So what makes sense with this is that if you get the break back over, if it starts to pull back down, you're in it. You're just waiting for this to kind of take that that move. You see the break there. You know it's changed over this last high, and you're kind of you're catching the breakout on that. So anyway, we are at the higher range of this trend line. Traders need to be mindful that this could pull back a little bit. As I said, it's had a very nice move over the last couple of days. It jumped from 3 to say 3.5, so it's had a very good move. I think it's a pretty sizable move. Anticipate this little pullback. It's only 2%, but it can move a little more. I would watch the around 3.25, 320. That should try to hold right there, and then we'll see if it starts to accelerate again from there. And keep in mind, your targets would be these ranges up in here. You have the 50-day moving average. You have my other line here, which is the bands. They work really well, as you can see. They really catch a lot of the action. If you pay attention with them, they really do create some incredible support and resistance range. So you could see when it's coming in this range, we want to see that break through that range. And until then, we have the tendency to continue with the trend.